Just want to take a moment to talk about my old friend Sparky. Of course, that's not his real name. But anyway, my old friend Sparky, I'm just, bringing him along as an example to you about, philosophical thinking and, social criticism. Yawn, yawn. Anyway, oh, isn't that nice? You get that little corner over here. Hi, a little corner. Isn't it deep? All right, so this is really deep. I got it. Oh, wow. All right, so let me talk about Sparky, okay? Because there's this story that once my philosophy professor once taught me, like the good philosophy professor, not all the bad ones. And he was talking about how there's this joke, okay? So there's this philosopher fish and a normal fish, just an ordinary, average fish, and they're swimming along. And, the philosopher fish, he looks over this way and he looks over that way and says to the other fish, "Look at all this water." And then the other fish sort of looks, "What water?" And normally I'd just stop there, but I'm going to go the extra mile because, excellence is often a difference of just 1 or 2% more effort. And I'm going to explain to you, you see, the other fish, he's so accustomed to the water, okay, that he doesn't even see it anymore, okay? He doesn't even see the water anymore. And so the philosopher fish is sort of saying, like, look at all this water. And the other fish is going like, "Of course it's water, you stupid nut." But they're not capable of separating their existence from water. There's not like I am me and I exist in water. More like, just like, we assume, or the consciousness we attribute to an animal, they're the same thing, okay? There's no difference between them. And so whatever the water is as is does the fish. You see, it's the philosopher fish. You can look at this all and go, wow, amazing, we're in water. And it's with those kind of discoveries we learn, like the earth is round, and, about things like tolerance and, ways to rise above our animal nature while at the same time we applaud that animal nature. And, it's just sort of interesting. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to say. Now let me give you a real life example. Sparky. He knows who he is. But I love Sparky. I mean, I really do. Anyway, so, Sparky was really smart. He was very artistic. He could sing tenor, and he could, compute all these things. Wasn't very social. One time I was with him just to, provide moral support, and he took these schematics of this complicated electrical diagram that he was working on, and he handed it to me and said, "Where's the flaw in that?" So, "Sparky, I don't know. I don't know anything about that stuff." He says, "What do you mean?" "I mean, it's just look at it and understand it." So I looked at it, and there was a bunch of lines, and most of them were blue, and it was like, "That looks pretty cool, Sparky." He says, "You don't understand it at all?" And it's like, "No, Sparky, I don't understand it at all. No background, no training, never heard anything about it." He says, "Huh," and then he never quite had the same respect for me after that. But we were still friends, and and so we were going along, and so he had this very bad habit, probably like you do, of watching YouTube videos that are just, scattered out into the midst, like George Carlin's brain droppings kind of thing, okay? So he was watching one, and he, like most people, he didn't have any real taste. He liked to watch videos of people getting their arms eviscerated by malfunctioning oxygen canisters, and he liked to watch things of people having nervous breakdowns and existential crises, and just, and laugh at their confusion and sorrow. And, he liked to watch, oh God, it just went on and on. So anyway, he had the misfortune one day of watching this YouTube video put out by this fat cat rich guy. I don't know anything, I never saw the video. But apparently this guy sat in front of this desk and actually said that God clearly loved him more because he was rich. And he said, "Look, you had everything, all the earmarks, the card, every earmark of status and success. He had it, and he showed them all one by one. And he beamed into the camera, apparently, and he said, 'How could you ever tell me that God doesn't favor me? God clearly favors me. He favors me more than almost anyone else I know. How could you possibly deny it?'" And so and that was the end of the video. And so this put Sparky And just an existential crisis on love the likes which you would never believe, bro. Oh my god, he was near tears. He was older than I was, okay? He was near tears and rage, saying, how could that be? It's not fair, it's not right, oh god. And so he was going on and on and on, and finally I just face palm. I said, listen, Sparky, you know, Gandhi never had a penny. Do you think God loves this asshole more than Gandhi? And then he just completely cleared up. It was like this, the storm passed. The sky was blue. The sun shone again. He started getting back his old cocky self, But he still never respected me as much as when, he found out I couldn't understand an electrical diagram.